Hello.
Hi,
Hi.
who's this?
This is Chelsea.
Hi, Chelsea. How you doing?
Hi. Good. How are you?
Yes, I'm really good. Have you got a dilemma for us today?
Yes, I have. So, dear Jill, um, I have a 19-month-old daughter. She's my first child. And I've been lucky enough to be a stay-at-home mum this whole time, which has been really lovely. Um, but when I think about going back to work with what I do, which is similar to what you do, um, I am filled with dread. I know that lots of people have to go back to work a lot earlier than this, and I think with what we do, there's some. It feels like there's some choice involved, so I think that's what's making me feel guilty and dreading it as well. Um, but yeah, I just want to sort of know how to get rid of this feeling of sort of like impending doom, really.
Well, just to be really open with the listeners here, I didn't know this, but Chelsea, who's just rang in now, is my niece. So this is very close to my heart.
Surprise!
Surprise. I can't believe you've done this. But lovely to hear your voice. And actually, thank you because I have definitely sensed that in you for a while now, and as we do in families, I've talked about it to other people, and I've been worried about it, and I've been concerned. And actually, this is I heard this the other day, and I was I was gonna tell you it, but now we're on air. Let's just do it in front of lots of people. So, tell me this: do you think, or is your belief that it is wrong for a woman who has a child to work?
Not at all.
Okay, so this is what's really interesting. This is what I heard. So, when your actions are not aligned with your beliefs, that's legitimate. You would feel guilty. So, if I behaved in a way that wasn't aligned with my beliefs towards my partner, I would then feel guilty about it. What's interesting about when you use the word guilty is what you're basically saying is, I feel guilty about doing something that is in alignment with my beliefs. Because your
Hmm.
beliefs are that you can totally be a mother and work at the same time. So
Yeah.
where is that guilt? Is that guilt coming from other people? Is it coming from society? Because it's not coming from you if it's aligned with your beliefs. So
Yeah.
do you have an idea about where it might be coming from?
I think it's just this a guilt of maybe wanting a career, like wanting to be a mom, but also not wanting to be completely selfless, which I don't know whether that is a like society thing, whether I mean, I know that we put a lot of pressure on women. We always have, and we do now. With sort of, I feel like we, generally speaking, give women a hard time a lot of the time. We seem to, as a society, find it quite easy to give women a hard time. So I don't know whether I'm also just doing that to myself, like giving myself a hard time for not being at the top of my game in my career, and then maybe giving myself a hard time not being with my daughter, 24/7, feeling guilty that, she's being looked after today so that I can do things around the house. I don't know whether it's just if it is more of a like society thing, though I know logically in my head that like you say, like I don't believe all those things, and if it was the other way around, I would probably be giving you similar advice. I'm just struggling to get this like it's like a properly like feeling sick feeling.
So when you say it out loud like that, all I hear is you can never win because
Yeah,
you said I'll stay at home and just be as selfless as you put it, mother, which is definitely a societal thing. And then I'll kind of be regretful perhaps of not pushing for a career or to do something I love. But then again, if you go away or if you have to, leave home for a bit to do some work, then you're going to feel bad about not being an amazing mum. So we can start at that point, which is you can't think yourself into a situation where you can never win. That's a
yeah,
horrible thing to do to yourself. You're
yeah.
literally beating yourself up. But the one thing I will say, and I can sort of say this with great confidence because we literally do the same job, and I also have a 16-year-old son now.
Yeah.
When you do get work and you do have to work away for a bit, let's just say a couple of weeks at a time or something, of course that there is a cost to that. There is a cost, and the cost is that you will really miss your child, and you'll probably feel, bad about not being there for every single moment you could be there. But I would equally say that if you never follow your passion and you never pick your career back up, there'll be a cost for your daughter there as well, because you will be unfulfilled in a different way. And your daughter will subconsciously or not pick up on that. So I guess the short answer is there's no right or wrong. It's just I want you to know that there is a cost either way. And this idea that you can be everything, you can be the best mum in the world and have a career. I mean, none of us can. We're all just trying our best. But I want you to know that you are absolutely allowed to follow your dreams and follow your passion and love your child at the same time. When I was growing up, as you know, because my mum is your nana, my mum was there all the time. And honestly, it was so lovely to have a mum that was there all the time. But, I also really, really admired some of the mums who had careers who weren't there all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't look at the mums who were lawyers and who sometimes had to leave the dance class or couldn't turn up to the competition that we were at one weekend because they were working. I thought, oh, that's really interesting. Yeah, they've got a really interesting job. Oh, wow, that's amazing. And I don't see the friends that I have that had those mothers feeling any less loved than I did. It's just different.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're at that sort of like funny bridge at the minute where I can sense that you want to go over it, but you're just a bit frightened, but you'll do it, and I'll be there every step of the way to support
Thank you. Thank you. And thanks, Emma and I thought it would surprise you today.
Well, you did surprise me. It was lovely. It was lovely to hear.
Chelsea, before you go, can we just have what does it feel like to have a higher WikiFeet rating on your feet than Jill?
Well, I've got a surprise, guys. And obviously this will be for Jill's eyes only, but I actually did a little feet photo shoot the other night just to see, what I think of my feet. And you know what? I personally think they're absolutely hideous. I cannot believe that anybody would think that they were nice feet. I dread to think what everybody else's look like if mine are a 5 out of 5.
Do you want to send over this feet photo shoot for us?
No, please.
So we can just have a look ourselves.
I did lots of different emotions, like through the feet. We did an angry one.
Sexy foot, angry foot.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe Brilliant. If you're lucky, I'll send them over.
Please, I can only dream of being a 5-star foot.
Oh, you'll get there. I can give you some tips. Don't worry.
Thanks, Chelsea.
Bye.
Bye.